What's up, YouTubers? Vertex here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys the last video in my three-part video series, I guess you could call it, in my competitive class setups. I will have a link to my domination class setups and my search and destroy class setups in the description below, and also there should be an annotation on your screen right now and throughout the rest of the video if you want to just click on that to go check out the other classes and see what I use in my other game modes if you have not seen them yet. So let's get right into it. And just like in my domination class, in my domination class setup video, these top two assault rifles are not really the main assault rifles I use. The SE-2010 and the AK-12, I don't really use them in game. I use the Remington, but those are just there as filler AR classes, just to have something there and to give me options if the Remington's not working out for me in any given day. So I'm going to explain the class because these classes are the exact same other than the gun. So I'm just going to explain the class in the Remington actual class setup, and then just know that these two are the exact same as this. So I'm not going to explain the gun. I've explained that in the other videos. If you want to know why I use grip, just basically it's because I don't want as much recoil on my Remington. Now, the reason I use a tactical rather than a lethal or a secondary, I have explained why I don't use a secondary in one of my other videos. That would be the domination video. So if you guys want to know why I don't use a secondary, go check that out. And why I use a tactical over a lethal is because it's Blitz, and I personally would rather, if I know someone's in my spawn or possibly someone's gonna run to go get a cap, considering they don't actually have to run the flag away like they would in CTF in Black Ops 2 or MW3, for example. They'd have to actually pull the flag and then run it away. In this game, they do not have to do that. So if I can stun them before they can actually run and slide into my portal and then possibly pick up the kill, that's going to be very beneficial for not only me but the rest of my team as well, because it's a team game. And if I can stop them from getting a couple caps just by stunning them and being able to pick them up, whereas if I threw a nade at them, they may not die to it. Even if they do die to it, they might still get in the portal. It'd be very fluky to get that, and if they have blast shield on top of that, they obviously will not die to it. Whereas this, the only thing that you're really going to have to worry about is them having tac mask on, or not, I don't think it's called tac mask, tac resist on, and then them not really being affected by it and still running in. So there always is a counter, but that's just personally what I choose to use. Let's get into the perks. I have explained already why I use quick draw and ready up. I just want my gun to be ready faster and for me to be able to hit my shots as quickly as possible when I'm in a gunfight. Focus and dead silence. Dead silence, you need it. If you don't have it, you need to put it on. I've said it in multiple other videos. If you don't have dead silence on, you're doing it wrong, and you're probably causing yourself to die a lot more than you really need to if you're playing competitive Call of Duty without dead silence on. It's a really necessary perk to have on all of your classes, and I just really think that if you don't have this perk on, you're hurting yourself and your team, because if you're running with someone on your team, maybe you're trying to push something together, if he has dead silence on, you don't have dead silence on, you're not only getting yourself killed, and they're going to know where you're at, but they're going to know where he's at as well, and that's not too good. So I personally would strongly recommend putting on dead silence. Focus is just because you don't want your gun to flinch, or you don't want your guy to flinch when he gets hit by a bullet. It's going to cause you to lose a lot of gunfights, and I just choose agility over marathon. In one of my other class setup videos, either search and destroy or domination, I want to say domination, I always chose marathon over agility. Now let me tell you why I choose agility over marathon in this specific game mode. So the reason I choose marathon over agility in my other game modes is because the other game modes are really about specifically domination. It's about getting to the flag as quickly as possible, and by that, in that situation, it's like, with agility on, you're going to be faster, but you're only going to be faster for a certain amount of time. Once you stop, you're obviously going to be slower than if you had marathon on. So with agility and domination, I feel like, yeah, you'd get to a specific, you might be able to get closer to it really fast, but you're not going to get all the way to that flag if you're holding middle and then they go try to take one of your home flags. Whereas in Blitz, if you spawn up close to the flag, or portal I guess, if you spawn up close enough to the portal, I can sprint over to a spot, try to get a stun off, and then stop them. Whereas with Marathon, I mean, I'm going to be able to sprint unlimitedly, but I might not get to that spot quickly enough to actually be able to stun them as if I had agility. So that's what I choose there. I do go Marathon as my very first strike package bonus, as you see here. For Specialist, I go straight to Marathon, then I get Scavenger because by that time I'm probably going to be running out of ammo. And then my perks, Sleight of Hand is really the main. Sleight of Hand, Attack Resist, and Blast Shield are going to be the main ones, and then ICU is really just there as a filler. I guess you could fill that with either... Yeah, I don't really know what else you'd fill it with other than, like, Steady Aim if you want that on your Assault Rifle. So that's just personally what I choose to use. Now just remember these two are the exact same. Let's move on to my... Wow. That was a fail. So, anyway, let's move on to my submachine guns. These two classes are the exact same. I'm going to explain what I use on the TAR because that is the main submachine gun I use. So, here you actually see I have a lethal and a tactical. The reason for that is because, as you see, I'm running Steady Aim rather than Quick Draw, and that gives me 1 extra point, which I just threw into my lethal grenade here so that I could have that. I personally use the MTAR. I feel like that's the best submachine gun for me, and I really like that gun. I'm really accurate with it, and I can kill people with it, so why not use it? And I explained more in depth as to why I use this gun in a different video. So click one of the links on your screen. I explained the most in Domination because that was the very first one. So click that link if you want to know why I use all these guns and what I use all of them and for what reasons. So let's get into perks. Now, as you see here, I have Marathon over Agility in this class. Now, the reason for that is because this is an objective-based class. The other class was more of a, okay, I need to play defense and get them out of my spawn. Crap. This class is more of a, okay, I need to go cap right now for my team. It's not like one of those last second I pull it out classes where like we're down by 2 portals and only 2 caps and only a minute left in the game and we need to go score really quickly. It's one of those, okay, maybe this is more of a close range map. Like for example, on Warhawk I run an AR, but on Octane I usually run a sub. Now that's because on Octane, if I can get into the close range gunfights like Motel or Gas or Pawn Shop or maybe even at Broken, if I get into those spots with a submachine gun, I'm going to kill the person. Whereas on Warhawk, there aren't as many of those short-range spots. You just have your 3 lanes. You have the Water Tower, the Garage, or American, and Middle. And those are more long-range, so I choose to run an AR on that map. But this is just mainly my objective class, along with the other vector class, but this is the main one I use is the TAR. And I run Steady Aim on all of my submachine guns and not quick draws, Ready Up just allows me to shoot faster. And I've already explained Dead Silence and Focus, so let's move on to the strike packages. As you see here, first thing we get is Agility because we want to move fast out here. So we're going to start with Marathon just so we can infinitely run. And then after that, we're going straight to Agility because we want to be quick. We want to be quick. So I guess technically, if you really want it right off the bat, take off these two. I actually debated doing that, but I just enjoy having these in my back pocket just in case I need them. So I personally just go with Agility in my first strike package, but if you want it, just bang, bang, bang. I'm personally not going to do that though. So I just clicked on none. I'm an idiot. Here we go. Bang. Fuck. Okay, so let's get back into this. I'm going to have to clear all this out. We're going to go straight to Agility, then to Quick Draw, because Quick Draw is still good on submachine guns, and I see no reason not to use it. The only thing I would take that out for is that. But I'm going to keep it like that. So that's personally just what I choose to use on mine. Wait, let me explain these. I don't usually get Scavenger. I usually don't get up to this high when I'm running a class like this because you're going to die a lot in Blitz if you're going for flags. It's just inevitable because it's it's a lot defense dependent, meaning like a lot of people just play D when they're on a bad side or when they're getting destroyed and they don't want people to cap anymore. So you're going to get killed a lot. So, I mean, don't feel bad if your kill-death ratio isn't that good. If you have the caps, you're doing your job. So that's personally just what I choose to use. And also on top of that, bonus at 9 kills does not actually mean 9 kills. It just means 9 points, basically. So it works like point streaks around MW3. So if you think about it, like if I cap 3 flags, get 3 kills, and then I'm only 3 kills away. So like if I cap 3 flags and then get 6 kills, I'm at my bonus. So I have Scavenger already. If I cap 5 flags and then get 4 kills, I'm at my bonus. So don't think about it as bonus at 9 kills. Think at it at bonus as at 9 points instead. That'll help. This class is the exact same as this MTAR class. And then the Smoke. It's the exact same class except I drop the lethal and throw on extra tactical just so I can have double smokes. I don't know why I need double smokes. I just think it's cool to have double smokes. It can hinder your team if you have no one on your team running a tracker. There it is, tracker sight, because this is going to allow you to see through the smoke. Or I guess if you have an AR, I'm not going to go to it right now. But if you had an AR, well, obviously you're going to have an AR. But if this class was actually wait. Wow, I didn't even know you could get this on subs. Thermal hybrid scope. So if you have either of these scopes on your gun, this double smoke class is actually really useful. But it could, if the other team has those and your team doesn't, it could actually screw your team over a lot. So be careful with this. I just use it as more of a sneaky class. A lot on freight is where I use it. That's where I mainly came up with it, was because I could, like, when they're in the bottom porter's flag or portal, whatever you want to call it, when they're in that one, you can just like open their door, smoke that, then smoke some like the right side, the middle alley, and then go around the far like crate side, and then you can sneak in on them. I just really like this class. It works for me. So those are all the classes, guys. I'm going to scroll through them here really quick just so you can get one last look at them. So just remember these two at the top are the same. But thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for watching the entire series. If you did, hopefully you enjoyed, and this gave you some sort of advantage in your competitive play. But thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, and if you would like to see more from me in the future, be sure to subscribe.